Hey there, welcome back to the Grandiose Project. My name is John Scane. So last time we watched the beginning of the larger painting that I was doing of the Mount Whitney and Alabama Hills area. Today is the conclusion of that painting, and it's mostly I'm just going to show you the sped up footage of about 20 hours worth of footage condensed into about the next 15 minutes that you're going to watch. So I'm trying to find a format to actually show this on these videos that doesn't get boring and keeps your attention and shows you the process that I went through. I'd really like to hear what you guys think, how maybe if you have suggestions of how I could do this in the future. So take a look and please leave some comments down below and let me know what you think of it. Okay, thanks. Alright, so I'm getting closer with this Mount Whitney painting. I've been looking at it for a few days and been working on it, and I think what I want to do is change some of the sky up here and put in some more puffy clouds and kind of maybe try to blend this area so that it balances off some of these rocks so it echoes it, and then also so it just adds a little bit more interest up in here. So that's what I'm going to be working on. First though, because it's a little bit dry and sat there for a few days, I'm going to take some mineral spirits and paint thinner, and I'm just going to wipe it over this area to kind of reactivate the paint that's underneath, and it will kind of soften it up. It's not that dry, so this should help to make the top layer that I'm about to put on it, it should help it to stick better so that it doesn't delaminate, or the layers don't peel off later. This layer had a lot of well, it didn't have a lot, but it had medium in it, which is fat, so I need to make sure that whatever paint I put on it now has more fat, medium, in it. And see, that's still wet, so I want to wipe that. So yeah, I want to make sure that it has more medium mixed into the paint so that the layers will be fatter, thin to thick, lean to fat. If you're a painter, you might know what that means. But essentially what you want to do when you build up a painting is work thin paint to thick paint, or lean to fat, which would be also sort of thin paint, and then the thicker it gets, it has more binder in it, it's more fat, and it's thicker. But also medium for like a glaze is also considered fat. So it doesn't necessarily have to be thick, but it does have to be fatter. So now I'm just going to wipe some of this off. Then I should be able to start trying to figure out what clouds I want to put in there. So right now I'm just trying to search out a form for that sky and the clouds, and try to try to make it fit compositionally with everything else. But I'm just kind of making it up at this point and going off of just kind of an instinct of how I want it to look. And then I will kind of keep refining it until I get it exactly how I want it. So a lot of this will be sort of trial and error, and seeing what I can get to work and what doesn't work, and then just refining it. closer, but not entirely happy with it yet. So I added these sort of puffy clouds, and they're kind of more in the style of this, these rocks on this side. But then it kind of fades over, and then I'm trying to transition it so that it's kind of in the style of this, and so that there's a play back and forth. Which is kind of what I've been trying to do everywhere along here, is have elements of a little bit more rendered kind of realism, and then this sort of more abstracted, suggested realism. And I'm thinking maybe over here I'm going to add some lines that might tie this in and be clouds over here, so that I kind of have clouds all the way across it. So I just noticed a little while ago that this sort of white area from the paint kind of could be suggestive of a cloud, which then would kind of make sense and tie this panel in a little bit more with this.